Alex for joining us, and we'll get underway with questions for the manager of the American League champions. Who's got the first question? We'll start with Hazel in the middle.
Hazel, get Johnny first. Let Johnny first.
Oh, I'm sorry, Johnny.
Alex, can you talk about Chris Sale and how is his health?
He's doing okay. He's doing okay. Actually, he's going to go out and throw a little bit now, and he's ready to roll. I think all these off days are going to help him out physically, and with his belly button ring, whatever. And very excited that he's going to throw the first pitch tomorrow. It's a great opportunity for us to compete against a great organization, a great team, and we have the right guy on the mound.
My apologies, Johnny. Hazel?
Hard to follow up a belly button ring question, but congratulations for being our first Puerto Rican manager to take his team to the World Series. What does that mean to you in light of what happened with Maria a year ago?
Hazel, that's a great, I feel great. I'm proud to be here. I'm proud representing not only all the Puerto Ricans that live in the islands, but Puerto Ricans all around the world. We know what happened last year. It was a tough one, and Maria kicked her ass, And as a country, we've done an outstanding job fighting. We're standing up in our own 2 feet. That's what I know. There's a lot of people back home that they're proud of me, of what I've done throughout the year, but I'm proud of them. We actually is almost back to normal. Almost back to normal. It's been great the last month. All the feedback. I'm very happy that whenever the Red Sox win, and when Christian plays great, or Enrique plays great, or Carlos and Francisco, there's something that they have for them to enjoy. And if Alex is a part of that, so be it. It should be fun the neek and a half, whatever it is, and looking forward to get back home after the World Series.
Right here in the second row, Garen.
Alex, several of the guys were just saying that there's just a different buzz in this city. Just how much are you looking forward to the atmosphere at Fenway Park these next couple days?
Yeah, I had a first-hand experience 3 days ago. We left Fenway and we went to this Cuban place, actually a pretty good one. And I don't know, there was people waiting for me to sign autographs, which it was weird. Like, yeah, man, we're just here to crush some food. But yeah, they're loving it. They're loving it. It's a likable team. That group of guys over there, we've been talking about them for the last 2 weeks, how humble they are. And now people are getting to know them. Mookie Betts, JD Martinez, JBJ, David Price. It's a fun group. And since day one, when we came back from that road trip, Tampa, Miami, you had a feeling that the city was going to fall in love with them. We had that comeback against Tampa. We were down 5. We came back, and people started recognize that, hey man, they fight all the way till the end, and that's the way it should be. And everywhere I go now in the city, it's about them, which is cool. Like I've been saying all along, I'm very proud of them, and I'm glad that people are recognizing them, and not only here in Boston, but all over the world. They do like this team.
Seat in the back, left center aisle, David.
Hi, Alex.
David.
Yeah. Curious, last year you had the opportunity of being in the other dugout against Dave, but being the manager now, going up against your former teammate, are the emotions a little bit different this time?
I know it's going to sound bad, but not really. I love the guy. He means a lot to me, but at the same time, we have a job to do. And you start looking at my postseason this year, we have Booney with the Yankees, AJ with the Astros, and now we got Dave. And at the end of the day, we like each other. We're friends, and we respect each other. But at the end, they want to win 4 to win the World Series, and we do this. We feel the same. We want to do the same thing. So Our friendship is going to be the same, you know, during the series and after the series, and our families. You know, Cole, I think Cole is in high school now. Yeah, I mean, I saw Cole when he was 4 or 5, you know, and now I have baby twins, and you know, Trisha probably is going to see them, and David's going to see them, and we love each other. You know, I met this guy in 1999. We played winter ball together, and very likable. The energy he has and the passion he has, not only for baseball, but for life, is genuine. And you know, I really wish him the best. But you know, this week and a half, you know what you know. Hopefully we can finish on top.
Third row and right.
Alex, you said you were going to.
Yep.
You said you were going to discuss your pitching last night. Have you arrived at any decisions for beyond game 1?
No. Oh yeah. David is pitching game 2. David is pitching game 2, and as you guys know, 3 and 4, we'll see where we are.
And how did Steven come through his sim game yesterday, and what's his status now?
He was okay. He's moving well. We're gonna meet after the workout today to make the decision and see where we at roster wise, and we'll announce it tomorrow.
Standing in the back, Joel.
You've covered a lot of things as player, broadcaster, coach, now manager. Is this your defense, your outfield? Is that the best defensive outfield you've seen? And what does it mean to have one for a team, a manager that is as good as yours?
I do feel they're the best. Not only the range and you know, when they hit the ball in the air, mostly and it stays in the ballpark, they're going to catch it. But the details. We talk about game 4. Everybody talks about the ball that Altuve hit, but there were 2 plays by Mookie that I do feel changed the game. There was a fly ball with men at second. He gets behind the ball, makes a throw to third base. Altuve doesn't advance. Then there was the double by Carlos Correa with Gonzalez at first base with Marwin, and he doesn't score, and that's what they do. There was a ball hit by Gurriel in game 5 in the left center gap, and Jackie got to it and then kept Yuli at first base, and those are the things they do. It's not only diving plays or running catches in the gap, it's the little things, and it means a lot in an era that a lot of people are hitting fly balls, and it's good to have those 3. I read something before the playoffs that when the 3 are together, our record is like unreal. It's like we're playing 750 baseball. Obviously, that's gonna, you know, they're not gonna be together in LA at least to start the game. But it's always good to have him. Benny, he's been great. He made that play against Alex in game 4. The way he plays the ball, getting rid of the ball, he's been good, and the 3 together, they're a force, and they're a huge part of what we're trying to accomplish.
Right in front here, Tom.
Alex, you played 7-8 years before getting to a World Series. Now you've been back 2 years as a coach and a manager. You've got some guys on your team, Price and Pedroia, who got there as rookies. It's been 10 years since they got back. What do you appreciate more? How hard it is to get here, and the rare opportunity of World Series to someone? Do you think the guys appreciate it? The second part, do you appreciate it differently on the bench than maybe you did as a player?
Yeah, to get to this point is hard, and I only got the opportunity to. I mean, we had plenty of opportunities, but I only made it once in 07, and then 08. You know, we lost in game 7, but it's tough. It's really tough. You start this journey in February in spring training, and you talk about it and all the details and all the stuff that you have to go through, and then you have to play 162, and then if you make it, now you have 2 rounds before you make it to the World Series, and I know those guys in that clubhouse, they're very excited to be back. Some of them, you know, like David and Petey, although he's not playing, he's loving it. Guys like Mitch and Ian, everybody know what happened with them against the Cardinals, and you know, Xander, probably he thought that he was going to be in the World Series all the time, you know, after 13, and it doesn't work that way. Devers last year thought that, oh yeah, we're almost there, and it doesn't work that way. It takes a lot of work, and we're very we're very happy that we're here. We loving it. For me, this is tough. This is, you know, being a manager and try to navigate a season and get him to this point and try to put him in positions to be successful. It's not that easy. It's not that easy. To deal with those guys in the clubhouse is a challenge that I love doing it. But you know, the other day I sat down, I was like, woof, you know, we made it. You know, especially here, we knew about the division and record-setting season and all that stuff, but in this town, everything started after October, and we're glad that we're here. I'm happy to lead this group of men, and we're ready for the challenge.
Alex, with that in mind, Tito was your manager, obviously, in '07. I'm curious, you know, he had a path kind of similar to yours, I think. It's safe to say. What did you learn from Tito, and has Terry reached out to you in some form or another now that you're here?
No, he hasn't. He hasn't reached out, and he's been saying all along, you know, he likes his guys to be themselves. He texted me, I think, right after the regular season, and that's about it. But I know he's pulling for us, you know, for Dave and for myself. So you know, win-win situation for Tito. One thing I learned, and I mentioned it yesterday, he wanted everybody to be ready. Bobby Kilty, only one swing in the World Series. He changed the game in Game 4. I only saw 2 pitches in the World Series. I took one and then bunted the next one. Got Mike Lowe to second, he stole third, and he scored on a sac fly. So it's a total team effort. You never know who's going to step up to the plate or going to be on the mound or who's going to be playing defense that can be the hero. Dave Roberts in '04. He came here, he stole that base against the Yankees, and the rest is history. And now, you know, he comes here and he makes a lot of money signing autographs. You know, I know he puts like the greatest stolen base in the history of the game. He makes a lot of money for an hour. Probably he's making money right now. That's what it's all about. And not everybody gets a chance to play in October. Not everybody gets a chance to play in the World Series. And there's a lot of great players that don't have a World Series ring. It doesn't mean that their careers were bad careers, but you know, that ring means a lot, and that's something Tito always, you know, mentioned. Just be ready when your name is called. Be ready to play.
And the second row to your left, Ginny.
Alex, the pictures on the wall in your office. How do you pick which one from each game? What goes through your mind?
I don't pick them.
You don't pick them?
No,
Okay.
no. I make sure we take pictures after we clean stuff and all that.
Do you have room for 4 more? And have you thought about what you're going to do at the end of the season? Leave them up or start over next year? What?
No, yeah, we do have room for 4. I talk about it during the season, and the plan is, you know, to get them down, and next year for the Jimmy Fund, we're gonna option it, and you know, I know we're gonna make a lot of money for that, and it's for the right reason, and that's what we're gonna do. There's other stuff that I want to do with pictures, you know, like I have other ideas, but we'll get to that, you know, hopefully when we win 4 games. But it's cool, man. That wall, you start looking around, it's like, wow, that game and that game and that game is powerful, to say the least.
And to your right, Tyler.
Alex, Ryan Brazier's had a real nice season for you and been really good in the postseason. When did you first realize that he could be a weapon, and what did he show you after, you know, that rocky first game against the Yankees to stay with him?
So we had a split squad in spring training, and the second game was at the Twins complex, and we invited him over because we needed innings. He pitched, I think, the 7th or 8th inning, and all of a sudden you look up, it was 98. So we kept bringing him back and back and back. He actually became our closer in spring training, if you had that, you know. He pitched well, a lot of swings and misses in the strike zone with that fastball. Okay slider. He went to AAA, he did an outstanding job, and we called him up. I don't know if you know the story about he came in. It was a 4-0 game in the 9th, and I got Porcello, Sale, and David in the dugout. And I went to them and said, I know you guys don't know who he is because it's spring training, they don't stay all the way through ninth inning, but this guy is good. And they look at me like, oh, okay, yeah, right. And like first pitch 98, and they were going nuts in the dugout. It was cool to see. His fastball plays up in the zone. His sinker, you know, he induces to weak contact. His split is good. He's been amazing with us, and we're very proud of him. It's one of those stories that we should talk about it, because there's a lot of guys that, you know, they have surgery or they struggle early in their careers, and there's always a second chance. You know, he got his going through Japan, but others, they do it through Winter Bowl or to the Mexican League or independent baseball. Rich Hill, for example, and somebody was going to give you a shot, be ready for it, and now he's a big part of what we're trying to accomplish.
We'll start to finish up before Chris gets here, Bill.
Alex, two things for you. When you and Dave were together in LA and you guys would sit and talk before after games about who might be a manager in that clubhouse, was it you, was it him, was it somebody else, and why?
That conversation never took place. I wasn't sure that he wanted to do the coaching thing, and when he got his job with the Padres, I think it was, I was like, oh, okay, that's cool, you know, like, look at DR, you know, but he lives in San Diego, living the good life over there, you know, why not? Work there with the Padres, and then little by little, you could see it, you know, he became, I think, the bench coach for them, and he did an outstanding job, and when the interview process took place, actually, we talked about it, and he asked me about being part of the coaching staff, and I was like, no, I'm good where I'm at right now because of the situation with ESPN, only working 70 days a year, and being able to fly back to Puerto Rico. My daughter, she was growing up, and I wanted to be part of it. So all of a sudden, he shocked the world. You know, nobody thought that he was going to get that job, and he's done an outstanding job. He was always very passionate about the game, but I never thought that that's what he wanted. I guess probably he felt that, you know, I wanted to be a manager. I don't know.
And just real quick, how did the events of July 30th and 31st of 2004, when not only Dave was traded but some other guys, impact how you handled the clubhouse? Because that was a bit of clubhouse turmoil.
You think it was? I still remember with him, he was crushed. That was a good baseball team, and they decided to make a few moves, to say the least, and he was part of it. And I remember I told him, I said, hey man, you're going to a great city. They have a chance to do something special. You never know. And all of a sudden, he's signing for a lot of money here. But yeah, those experiences help. Last year too, we went through it in Houston, and it's not that we went through it here, but at that level, people stayed the course, and they didn't talk to the media about it, whatever. But you have to deal with stuff like that, trades and releasing guys and sending people down, and being around Tito, Trace, Davey Johnson, Jerry Manuel. So on and so on. I learned from them, and it really helped.
Ian, right here.
Alex, these guys have a lot of lefty starters, obviously. How will that affect Mitch and Rafi, and do you plan on keeping Sandy with Chris in Game 1?
Sandy's catching tomorrow. The other stuff, we'll talk about it. We're going with the best lineup that we feel it matches up with their pitchers.
I'll finish up with Marley, and before Chris comes.
Alex, ¿cómo uno balancea la experiencia personal con lo que significa para Puerto Rico que tú seas el primer dirigente en llegar a la Serie Mundial?
Yo creo que la gente que tengo a mi alrededor son sumamente importantes, mi familia. Hay cosas que yo sé que vienen con el territorio y siento que represento, como dije antes, no solamente a los puertorriqueños en la isla, sino a los puertorriqueños a través del mundo, pero a la misma vez pues tengo un trabajo que hacer, y mi trabajo es ser el dirigente de los Medias Rojas de Boston, y entiendo la plataforma, entiendo todo lo que trae, pero al final hay un trabajo que hacer, y yo creo que eso es lo que me mantiene enfocado en que es lo más importante, que ganar la Serie Mundial.
Alex, thanks so much for your time.